Well, here we are. Welcome to part 12 of my Sonic 3 and Knuckles Let's Play. We're finally finishing off this Sonic portion, and what a better way to do it than getting right into Death Egg Zone. And unlike in Sonic 2, it's a full 2 acts, not just 2 boss fights. Even though there are still 2 boss fights in this zone. I clipped into the spikes there, it looked like. In fact, I think that happens again in this zone at some point. Try to point it out when I see it if... Well, I'm sure everyone else will too, but... I don't know, just something weird that happened, I guess. Now, for this zone, you want the electric shield. Most things that can hit you are electric environmental damage. And this is the only real zone that has that in this game. So now, the electric shield can actually protect you from things instead of just being there to pick up rings and double jump. So you can walk along those. Don't stand on them too long though, I find that you do get hurt after a while. Not sure if I wanted to take that or not, but okay, let's show off this completely unnecessary loop. Look at all those goodies I'm missing. There's another lightning shield and 30 rings, and oh, I can just go back. You don't need to take that loop, you can get back up there either way. Excuse me. I should not be drinking a half can's worth of Dr. Pepper before I do this. So it's been a fun run. I mean, it's finally coming to a close. Well, almost. I gotta do the Knuckles run after this because I'm OCD like that, but I will get it done. And I don't even know what happened there. I probably hit a missile, but I'll get it done and then I'm moving right on to Shinobi, which I've really been looking forward to lately. So I mean, if there is one game that I can talk for hours on end about, it's Shinobi. Shinobi 3. I can talk about the other games too, and I will. I mean, I know that game inside and out. It's like the back of my hand. And I'm already getting ahead of myself. I mean, I'm only a little more than halfway done Sonic 3 and Knuckles here. Now, Tails decides to land here. When someone jumps on these smaller platforms, it reverses their direction. And because Tails being a jerk, I tried to knock him into that, and then he jumped back on, and... Okay, I'll stop being a jerk to Tails. Gumball Machine? Let's get a shield. Let's not turn into Hypersonic here. So Death Egg Zone is the last real zone in the game, and it is probably by far the toughest. I do not hate it though, it's actually a zone that I don't hate going back to. I actually like playing it. It's a fun final level. And a lot of games can't safely say that. Okay, now we get this little thing here. We got this moving switch in the middle, I guess. Well, anyway, it's got 6 yellow bumpers. You gotta turn them all to red. When I was young, this part took me forever. Oh my god, I was stuck here getting time overs all over the place. And even now, it's still a little frustrating, but it's not quite as bad since I know how to work it. Come on. Ah, I missed. It still took me a while this time, though. Not to mention, all these bumpers and springs and tails bumping around down there, it's annoying. I think I was about to comment on the music. I like the music here in Death Egg Zone. It's catchy. It's kind of upbeat for a final level, especially when you're in a Dr. Robotnik's secret, well, not really secret, it's huge, but his evil space station? I don't know what to call it. So you can just jump over those and you don't have to take them. So I'll just grab a bunch of rings instead, and I think there's another 3 ring boxes just around the corner here. Right there. I find Act 1 is easier than Act 2 until the mid-boss. which I'm coming up to here. This mid-boss is tough. It's long, it's hard, and I'm going to get hit a few times, I'm sure. So I just turned into hypersonic because I don't want to deal with it. So you gotta hit him, I think it's 7 or 8 times here, more than the usual 6. And then you think it's done, but it's not. He comes out, and you have to hit him another 7 or 8 times, or 8 times I think it is. So yeah, he takes the most hits out of every sub-boss. And he can be a pain to hit if you're not invincible like that. That's it. Act 1 of Death Eggs Undone. Took 5 minutes, but, you know, final stage, it should be long. Act 2 is going to take a bit longer, because I do die at one point, and, you know, Act 2 is the harder part of the level. And I should say that this is another... I'm finishing Sonic's part here, and there is another zone after Death Egg. And I might have been a little hasty calling Sandopolis the longest zone in the game. Death Egg is pretty long too. Although it's long for different reasons. It's a fun kind of long. Sandopolis is tedious. And if you miss that lightning shield, go down there and you get another. And it doesn't matter if you go left or right, they're just 2 different paths. Now, anti-gravity, that's the gimmick in Act 2, and I don't like it. Especially on those moving elevator things, because you're going to get hit. Or you can get crushed. And there's various ways to go into anti-grav. You got those tubes I just jumped in. There's buttons scattered around like this right here. Excuse me again. But anyway, as you saw, if you stand on those lightning things too long, you lose your lightning shield. We got these things. You want to go on the right side. They change with your weight. And you got those spinning tubes there. Those will also activate the anti-gravity. Now I got a water shield. I mean, a shield is better than no shield for sure. Ah, crap. I think this is where I'm about to clip into the spikes. Yeah, see? I hit them from the side and I got hit. Weird. Yeah, don't jump here, you're gonna hit that electric shock stuff. Eggman monitor, Tails, if you get that I'm gonna... Okay, good. I don't know why I spin dashed to the right there. Or would it be the left? Anti-gravity fucks with my head. This is coming up to about the point I died. Did I really want to hit that? No, I did not. Okay, it wasn't so bad. Good to have the insta-shield here. It kind of protects you from the missiles coming out at you, but... I hate those elevator parts, the conveyor belt elevators, regardless. They're so annoying. So easy to get hit. This part used to take me a while too, just because I was never good with revving up the spin dash. Oh no, no, no! That was a close call. And you gotta go to the left first to continue, because there's a button that you have to press. Now we're coming up to the point that I died. This thing, you have to stand on the left to make the right side rise up, but it's a very hard jump to make. Even with Sonic, because if you let this go too far, it's going to eventually do that. And because I got hit there, because of the missiles being in stupid placements, yeah, crummy enemy, or I guess that would be hazard placement, is back. Yeah, let's not hit the Robotnik monitor just as I'm starting the level, that would be bad. But anyway, let's get back over there. I mean, it's not going to hurt to lose a life. I have 34 of them. This game is really not that hard once you get the hang of it. Hey, I'm not falling for that time. I am probably going to get hit by a missile here, though, because that likes to happen. See? Right there. Being on these with no rings is nerve-wracking as hell, because you got the spikes on either side, you got the missiles coming at you whenever they want. It's not fun. I like Act 1 of Death Egg more than Act 2 for sure. Anyway, now I know to go to the left first. And let's give this another shot. Can I make the jump? Can I make it? Yes, I can make that. No, coming up to the boss soon? I don't actually know. Not quite yet, I don't think. See, the later levels in the game, I'm not as familiar with the layouts, so I don't know where I'm going. This, it's best to just take the loopy-loo thing. Ah, the insta-shield, where would I be without you? I would be back in, like, the 8th grade whenever I was playing this. 8th grade. I'd be 8 years old, I mean, 3rd grade. Yeah, I've been playing Sonic since I was young. I've said that. I've said my history. Well, I've said part of my history. I've said it up to this game. After this came out, let's see, I think the Saturn was... Or after I got this PC port, the Sonic & Knuckles collection, the Saturn was out. I was a little miffed that the Genesis wasn't getting any more support. I never had a Saturn, I never had a Dreamcast. However, there were other PC ports that I had. The next game I got was Sonic R, and that lasted me a good, week. Yeah, Sonic R, that's an interesting racing game. This boss fight. This is actually a unique, interesting one, because you cannot hit it because of those bumpers on it. What he'll do is let out these bombs. And so you... When they're rolling around, like the one that I just bounced into, you have to use the anti-gravity. When they're upside down like that, you can spin dash into them. And you just gotta hit him 8 times. So as I was saying, I got Sonic R next on the PC port of it, because it was a Saturn game. I wasn't very good at it, or, well, I completely finished it, but, you know, it wasn't a great game. Then I got Sonic CD, and I know a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but the original version of Sonic CD, I hated. Or, no, I didn't hate it, I just didn't think it was very good. I guess he's not done yet. Oh, now he's done. But then a new reworked version of Sonic CD came out, and now it's one of my favorite Sonic games. Because that's how it should have played in the first place. So there's a third part to the Death Egg Zone here, where we get a whole other boss fight. First, we have to destroy his 6 fingers. And there's a really easy way to do that, but I'm gonna fuck it up a few times first. Spin dash, and then when he drops down, see how Tails did what he was doing? That's what you want to see happen. That'll get rid of his fingers really fast. You can't get crushed by them, but getting hit when they smash down does count as a hit. That part was easy. Now, this next part, it can be an issue when you have Tails with you. So here's the strategy I go about. The screen is scrolling. First, when he fires that fire, you have to jump over it. Then, you have to hit his front to knock down his shell. Let Tails hit the emerald and move away. If you try to hit the emerald after Tails does, then you're going to get caught in the invincibility frames and fall in the bottomless pit. Then you have to start this all over with 0 rings, and that's no fun. So it's pretty straightforward from there. You might be thinking, well, this is kind of a crummy final boss fight. It's not the final boss yet. Not a whole lot to say, though. I mean, it's not quite as menacing as the Death Egg robot in Sonic 2. What is that, 6 hits, 7 hits? Something like that. Must have been 7, because that's the 8th. So just stay to the right here so he doesn't take you out when he goes down. Is he done, though? No. He's trying to escape again, and you have to hit him a whole other 8 times. You have to be careful here, because you You can fall down that pit. I never have, but I know you can, and it's always nerve-wracking, because you never want that to happen. A couple times Tails manages to get that second hit in there. But is it done yet? Looks like the Death Egg's exploding. No. The final zone in the game, the Doomsday Zone. You only get this if you've collected at least all 7 emeralds. So the object here is you're chasing Eggman through space, because he's escaping with the Master Emerald still. Or he's just escaping, I'm not sure. We'll see. Anyway, he starts firing missiles back at you. You can't be hurt here. The only thing that's working against you is your ring count. So during this first part, collect as many rings as you can. And I'm gonna say you probably want at least 50 going into the first stage of this boss fight. So yeah, as I said, you need to have at least all 7 emeralds. If you have all 7 regular emeralds, you'll be supersonic here. If you have the super emeralds, you'll be hypersonic. So now this comes up. The bullets won't do much, they'll set you back a little bit. It's the missiles you gotta use. You gotta make him hit himself 8 times with his own missiles. Now when you're in space, all the jump buttons just do your boost forward. Alright, this should be 7 and 8. So is he done yet? Not quite yet. Neat little tidbit about this level that I'm sure everyone knows by now, but it was the first final level in a Sonic game to feature playing solely as Supersonic, or Hypersonic in this case. But anyway, now you just dash forward and hit him another 8 times or so, and avoid those missiles he fires out, because they'll knock you back. This part just loops infinitely until he's dead, so you can just keep collecting rings if you ever find yourself low. But yeah, he's got the Master Emerald still, but he's not getting away with it. There. He's done. He's beaten. Now we're falling back to Earth with the Emerald, because I don't know why. Supersonic can fly, we've clearly seen that. But hey, Tails is there to help us out. Because he's got all these attachments on Sonic's plane. I wonder if Sonic's ever been okay with that. Just like in Sonic 2, he's on the Wing Fortress. He's trying to catch up to Eggman, but he can't. Then Tails comes out of nowhere with a jet booster on the Tornado. What have you been doing to my plane? Comes back with this magnet attachment, or suction cup or something. How long has that been installed? Where would you fit that in the back? The tail's so thin. I think it's pretty clear now. I've run out of shit to talk about. So let's go back to commenting on what's on the screen. We have put the Master Emerald back in the floating island, and it can, well, you know, start floating back into the sky like it's supposed to. So we get a nice little scene here with the Master Emerald back on Angel Island. Knuckles sees us off, and it looks like we've made a new friend. And here we have the credit sequence. Again with a medley. This medley is in Sonic and Knuckles. It only plays the music from the Sonic and Knuckles part of the game. In Sonic 3, it had its own different, just original piece for credits music. And it was one of the most obviously done pieces by Michael Jackson. Yeah, Michael Jackson worked on the music for at least Sonic 3. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier on or not. It's been a while because, you know, I took a bit of a break in December when I was doing these. But there we go, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Well, the Sonic portion, but you know, I'll give my thoughts now because this is the way I play the game most of the time. I don't usually go back and play as Knuckles. I'm usually playing through the game as Sonic, just because it's longer and more fun to me. Knuckles is considered the hard mode. But my thoughts, I love this game. It's easily my second favorite game of all time. I used to think it was my favorite of all time, and then I thought, you know, Shinobi 3 is just that much better. But, you know, I'm gonna stop sucking the cock of Shinobi right now, so. Back to Sonic. It took the formula for Sonic 2 and expanded on it. Now, as games alone, well, let's say I was giving them out of 10 ratings. Sonic 1, it was a good start to the series, but it had its issues. I'd say it's a good solid 7 out of 10. Sonic 2 took everything about Sonic 1 that made it good, and multiplied that by about 1,000. Sonic 2 is an easy 9 out of 10. There was just a few really minor issues that keep it from being a perfect score. In fact, no, not 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. And the only reason I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because I think Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the 10 out of 10. But on their own, Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles probably just around 8s. I mean, they're good games, but they were short. And you can tell that they're supposed to be one game. You have to play it all at once. Or all in one cartridge. You can't do Sonic 3 alone. You can't do Sonic and Knuckles alone. The magic's just not there. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the way this game was intended to play, or to be played, and it's the way it should be played. Well, the credits roll's coming to an end here. We're presented by Sega. We're getting a nice little remix of the main theme of the game. Sonic turns into Hypersonic, and we get to see a nice close-up sprite of him. If you collected all the Super Emeralds, we get this nice little screen at the end here, right now, where you get Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles in front of the logo, and that's it. So I guess I'll see you guys again when I get into the Knuckles playthrough.